today's session is Hi. Today's session is going to focus on our backs, so mobility and strength. If you have any back problems, then take it easy. And also in general, if there are any poses that you find uncomfortable or anything that you don't enjoy, then skip the pose, go into child's pose, just wait for us in any pose, and just do whatever feels good for you. Throughout the course, the session will need one block, just as we're going into a supported bridge at the end. Really nice gentle pose. And maybe if you have one, a belt or an old t-shirt or a towel for us to sit down, that's seated forward pose, like this pose where you would bring it around your foot. But if you don't have a belt, as I said, towel, t-shirt would work, or if you don't have anything at all, you could just bend your knee a little bit. So there's always solutions. And yeah, as I said, be gentle, any pain, stop, and have a good time and enjoy the session. Yeah, so okay, if we just get an easy cross-legged position, doesn't have to be half lotus or anything crazy, it's early on today. Just sit comfortably. You could, actually for today you might be needing a block and also maybe a belt, I'm not 100% sure yet. But if you have a block ready or a cushion and you prefer to sit on that, do that to lift your seat a little bit. Or just sit however you like. I want to try and sort of stack our shoulders over our hips so we're sitting nice and tall, nice erect spine. Try not to arch the spine. Let's open the shoulders, pull the shoulders up, back and down, opening the chest a little bit. Hands on your knees or in your seat, wherever you want them, palms ideally facing up. Let's close our eyes and breathe here. Breathing in and out through the nose. Trying to stay with this breath throughout the class. Coming back to your breath whenever you're in a challenging position, and if you lose that connection with your breath, come back to it when we're in a resting position. There could be an active resting pose, like downward dog, or child's pose, or just a seated position, standing pose. As you sit here and breathe, try to be present right now, not to think too much about what's coming next, what's happened before. Taking this hour and a bit for yourself, self-care, by being able to look after yourself, you become more able to look after others as well. Starting to notice our breath. Where do you feel it the most? In your abdomen, your chest, the rib cage, maybe your back. Just feeling your breath, noticing how every inhale and every exhale is different from the last. And trying to breathe as you breathe in, breathing into your abdomen, having the abdomen expand like a balloon. Breathing into your mid-lungs, the ribs expanding. Also into your upper lungs, your chest moving up. Trying to have the whole movement, utilizing your whole capacity of your lungs. Sending that nourishing oxygen to your body. That will help you throughout the movements of our class, but also keep you focused generally in life. Take a few breaths in your own rhythm, in silence for a moment. Slowly bring awareness back into the room. Notice any smells, notice any sounds. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Right, lovely. Let's start moving our body, mobilizing. So we're going to do that in our seated position. Bring one leg in front of you, however you feel comfortable. And we're going to start with a nice little side stretch. So we're going to place our left hand next to us, next to our glute, next to our hip. And we're inhaling the right hand up. Exhale, we're stretching over, stretching that side body, right side body. And inhale here. Exhale, one more breath. Inhale. And exhale, we're pushing up into the left hand and we're flipping over. Inhale, we're now stretching that left side, maybe reaching the fingertips a little bit further. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale, we're pushing into that right hand and switching over. Lovely. Inhale, maybe opening the chest a little bit. So pulling our right shoulder back a tiny bit. Stacking the shoulders on top of each other. Inhale, with the next exhale, we're pushing into the left hand, other side. Stretching over, left arm, stretching over. Same thing here, maybe stacking the shoulders a little bit on top of each other, pulling that left shoulder back, opening the chest a little more. Really nice. Inhale and exhale, we're pushing into the right hand, exhale, we're coming to the left again, and we're staying here for a tiny bit longer. So again, maybe opening the chest a little bit. Trying to keep both sit bones in contact with the ground, so not lifting our glutes off the ground, but keeping that right sit bone on the floor. Inhale, exhale. Maybe stretching that right arm a little bit more, maybe straightening it, as if you're trying to touch something that's just out of reach. Lovely. Feeling the stretch in our side, maybe in our armpit, but also noticing that contraction in the left side. One more breath here. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, and with the next exhale, pushing to the left hand and coming to the other side. Stretching over here again, stacking that shoulder on top of each other. Stretching up. You can look to your hand, to the palm of your left hand here, or just look straight ahead, whatever's comfortable for your neck. And again, really stretching. Trying to touch something that's just out of reach. And keeping both sit bones to the ground. That means you have to push a little bit into the bottom hand, into the hand that's in touch with the floor, the right hand. It's fine. That helps you keep your glutes in touch with the ground, and also you're engaging your other side. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, with the next exhale, we're pushing into the hand and we're coming to center. Lovely. Just maybe roll our shoulders for a moment. Rolling them back. Let's roll them forward. And we're going to do a little twist. So we're going to bring our right hand onto our left knee. We're going to bring our left hand just behind our sit bones. Inhale, we're straightening up. And exhale, we're twisting. As we twist from the waist and the shoulder, not from the neck. Inhale and exhale, coming through center, bring the left hand on the right knee, right hand just behind us. Inhale, exhale, we look over our shoulder. Inhale and exhale, coming again through center, switching it around, right hand, left knee. If you want, you could also bring the back of your hand against the outside of your knee. Inhale, we stretch up. Exhale, we twist. And as you twist, you can almost try to push the fingertips of that right hand closer to the ground. That increases that twist from the right shoulder. Inhale, exhale, we're coming through center. Same thing on the side. If you want to bring the back of your left hand against the knee, that is fine. Or you could just bring the palm against the knee. Inhale, we're straightening up. Exhale, we're twisting. Again, if the back of your hand is against your knee, you could slide it down. Inhale, exhale, we're coming through center. One more twist either side, and this time we're staying a little bit longer. Inhale, we're straightening up. And exhale, we're twisting and looking over our shoulder. Really nice, guys. Inhale. With every inhale, we lengthen, we straighten our back. With every exhale, we're going to see if we can twist just a millimeter more. Inhale. Exhale. Notice how this feels in your body. Just sort of be curious about how your body feels. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. We're twisting, we're switching sides. We're bringing the left hand to the outside of the right knee, right hand behind our glutes. Inhale, we're lengthening. Exhale, we're twisting. Again, notice how it feels. Inhale, lengthen. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, maybe twist a little more. Just stay where you are, whatever feels good. Looking really good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. One last inhale. And exhale, coming through center. So maybe shimmy our body a little bit, releasing that twist, releasing our back muscles. I'm going to do a little forward fold seated. We're going to do 2 of those. So just see, well, you will see it when we come up, but whichever foot is in front, and we're just gently walking our hands out in front of us. And just maybe bring your elbows down if that is available to you. If not, the elbows can be off the ground. No need at all to bring the head anywhere close to the ground. If you find your head is a bit heavy today and you want to have a bit of support, you could take your block and put it upright and just rest your forehead on the block. It's a really nice way. Just really relax here. Stay for a couple of breaths. Inhale, we're pushing into our hands, and exhale, we're gently walking our hands back towards us. So the leg that was in front now is coming in, so we're switching it over. Even if you're sitting in a cross leg like that with 1.5 lotus, you're just switching over. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to walk our hands gently out in front of us, maybe bring your elbows down. If we can't, we're leaving them up. Just relaxing here, closing our eyes maybe. Just breathing, maybe noticing how one side is different to the other. Just different, not better or worse. On the next inhale, we're going to open our eyes, maybe lifting our elbows if they were down, pressing into our hands. And exhale, we're gently walking our hands back. Lovely. Let's get into a tabletop position. We're going to come to kneeling. Knees are on the ground, hands are apart on the ground. Hands, we're going to do our obligatory wrist mobilization first. So as you're here, let's just, hands are under your shoulders, knees are under your hips. Let's just rock forward and back, forward and back. Forward and back. As much or as little as you want, just waking our wrists up. Lovely. And let's come to center and to stillness. We're going to turn our hands in, so the thumbs are pointing to the outside edge of the mat, turning around. Fingers are pointing to our knees. The palms are on the mat, and we're going to rock here very, very gently. Bring your hands in as much as you have to towards your knees. The closer they are to your knees, the less intense the stretch is. And there's nothing, again, it's not better or worse, it's just different and what feels good to you. And just rock here. Very gently warming up those arms, warming up those wrists, warming up our fingers. Fingers will be in a couple of down dogs, so our hands need to be warm, but our arms need to be warm as well. Alright, coming into center again. Staying here for a moment and flipping those hands over again back to how they were before. And you know what's coming next. So we're going to bring the back of our hand to the ground, palm facing us, fingers to our knees, thumb pointing inwards, one hand at a time. And we're rocking here again, very, very gently, however much or however little you want. But what you want to do is really spreading those fingers super wide and trying to have a little bit of every finger in touch, in contact with the mat. Really nice. One more rock here, and coming into center, and flipping my hand over again. Stay for one moment, just having that left hand, or whichever hand you just stretched, get used to being in this position again, and now flipping over the other hand, palm facing us, back of the hand to the mat, fingers pointing to knees, thumb pointing inwards, and rocking here. Spreading out those fingers like a starfish, super wide, all the fingers somehow in touch with the mat, even if it's only the fingertip of the side of the fingertip of the thumb. And one more here, and coming into center, stillness, flipping that hand over again, staying one moment in our tabletop here, and let's sit on our knees, heels, and just shake our hands. And then maybe stretch our arms out in front of us and do circles, do fists, and do circles with your fists. First one way and then the other. Really nice. This is also really nice when you're sitting on your desk, you could just do this circling stretch for your wrists. You feel how when your wrists are down and your knuckles are pointing down, really nice stretch on the back of your hand. All right, brilliant. Coming into our tabletop, ready for cat cow. So, tabletop. Hands are under our shoulders, wrists, elbows, shoulders are in line. Fingers spread nice and wide, knees are hip width apart, toes are pointing back. And inhale, we're arching our spine, we're looking to the top corner of the room, moving our shoulder blades together, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, we're pushing the ground away, we're bringing up, tucking our pelvis, chin to chest, round back, shoulder blades apart. Inhale, cow. Arching that spine, really arching it like a C. Exhale, pushing the other way, making a U shape out of our back now. Pelvis in, squeezing all the air out. Inhale, into our cow. So if something is heavy is sitting on, is on your lower back, arching a lot, maybe bending those elbows a tiny bit. Exhale, pushing that ground away. Imagine there's a fire under your belly and you're sucking your belly in so it doesn't touch the flames. One more either side. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. And at the end of that exhale, we're coming to our neutral spine, to our flat spine. Really nice. And we're going to tuck our toes now. And we're going to lift our knees off the ground and gently come into our first downward dog. First downward dog, maybe stepping your feet in a little bit if you like, and maybe walking our feet a little bit before we set up our downward dog, stretching those calves. What you could also do is just keep all the weight in one leg, pointing the other foot back a little bit, doing the other one, whatever feels good. However fast or slow you want. Just waking up those back legs, waking up our feet. Alright, and now let's come into stillness. Feet are hip width apart, toes are pointing forward. Our hands are spread wide, middle finger is pointing towards the front of the mat. Shoulder blades are pushing apart and shoulders away from the ears. Our back is flat. That's really important here. If that means you have to bend your knees a little bit, that's fine. This is the first downward dog for today. So it's really important. You want to think of bringing your heels closer to the ground, but that they don't have to touch the mat at all. It's just that idea to wake up your calves. That's why you want to have that pulling them towards the ground. Let's stay here for a moment. Breathing and noting how this pose feels. You're looking to the space between your big toes. Alright, let's gently walk our feet up towards our hands, but stop behind the hands, about hand width. behind them. And let's just hang here. Bend your knees a little bit. And let's just swing. You can either grab opposite elbows or drag your fingers over the mat. Imagine you're drawing I can't think of the word. A rainbow, that's it. Drawing a rainbow with your fingers. And coming into center, hanging here in stillness for a moment. And we're going to bring our chin to our chest, bending our knees a little bit. And as we roll up, chin is the last thing that lifts off our chest. Coming up. Gently, slowly rolling up. Very nice. Okay, we're going to do a little standing mobilization as well. So we're going to do a stretch first. So we're stretching our arms up ahead of us. And we're going to grab the right wrist with the left hand, like so, just around our wrist. Inhale with stretch and exhale with stretching that side a little bit, as much as you can or as little as you want. Just making a banana shape or a smile shape. And inhale, exhale. Inhale with straightening up. And we're going to grab the other hand. So right wrist, right fingers around the left wrist. Inhale with stretching up, making us long. Exhale with stretching up to the other side. Feeling that stretch in the side body as much as you can, as little as feels good. And inhale, exhale, inhale, coming up, letting go. Maybe rolling my shoulders if that feels good. Shaking. And maybe actually let's bring our feet hip width apart as we do this one. We're going to bring our left hand to palm against our thigh. Our right arm is going around our back and behind our back, grabbing, if we can, our elbow or wherever we can grab. If that means that you have to move your hand a little bit, that's fine. But try to keep your hand in touch with your thigh or maybe the sort of just below your glutes. Right, let's stand here, pulling our shoulders down, away from our ears. Inhale and exhale, we're twisting, we're pulling with our right hand, but we don't want to move that hand, the palm away. We don't want to slide that back. We just want to twist our body here. Really nice, just gentle twist. Inhale, exhale, nice. Inhale and exhale, we're coming back to center. Same thing other side, so our right arm is against our, right palm's against our thigh or against wherever we can get it. And again, we're going to try and grab the elbow, the upper arm behind our back. Inhale, let's pull our shoulders down. And exhale, we're pulling on that right arm. We're twisting over. We're looking over shoulder very gently. If your hand moves a little bit, that's fine, but try to keep the palm of the right hand in the same position. Inhale, exhale. And inhale, we're twisting back and letting go. Maybe having another little shake. And let's come to the front of our mat. Feet together, toes touching for our Talasana, our mountain pose. Or you could, as always, also be hip width apart, whatever feels good. Lifting all our toes, spreading them wide, and then lowering them one at a time. So the little toes, fourth toe, the middle toe, second toe, and big toe. If you want, lifting your heels up a little bit, placing them down, having that really nice firm grounding. Going to roll our shoulders up, back and down, opening our chest, palms facing up, looking forward, pelvis slightly tucked, abs are engaged. Lovely, looking great. Right, inhale, and we're going to do our Moon Salutations. So inhale, we're first going to bring our arms up, palms together, exhale, hands pulling down, we're staying here. Now we're going to do that sort of bird shadow puppet shape again with the hands. Yeah, exactly, that's great. Thumbs crossing over, palms opening. I'm going to do that as we go back, but don't go back just a teeny tiny bit, it's early. Inhale, exhale, we're folding down, flat back, engaging the core. Hands either sides of the feet, maybe bending the knees, forehead to knees for Uttanasana. Inhale, half forward fold, hands to shins. Exhale, hands down. We're stepping back with the right leg. We're lowering the knee. We're untucking the toes. And inhale, we're coming up into a low lunge. Arms are by the side of the body. We're opening our chest, pulling the shoulder blades together, and we're looking up. Lovely. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. We're tucking the right toes, lifting the knee, stepping back into plank. Inhale here. Exhale, knees down. Chest down, chin down. Inhale, we're sliding forward, coming into cobra. Let's stay in cobra for a moment. And if you wish, lifting your hands off the ground for one breath. To work our back. Inhale. Exhale, hands down, tucking the toes, pushing into our down dog. Maybe stepping those feet in a little bit. Hands, fingers wide, hands full. The whole of the hand pressing into the ground. Fingers, the knuckles of the fingers pressing into the mat. Shoulders away from the ears, shoulder blades apart. Knees slightly bent if you want to. Flat back, looking towards your toes. Inhale here for one more. Exhale. Inhale, stepping forward with the right foot, foot between the hands. And inhale, coming up into a high lunge. And here, we're doing the James Bond. Fingers, hands together, doing a pistol with your fingers. Pulling our arms back as much as we can, chest to chin. Staying here for a moment. Inhale. And exhale, hands down, either side of the front foot. We're stepping forward with the left foot. Inhale. Half forward fold, hands to shins. Exhale, hands down, full forward fold. Inhale, engaging the core, and we're coming up. Exhale, hands into heart center. Really nice. Other side, so again, thumbs crossing over. Inhale, lifting the arms. Maybe going teeny tiny back bend, really gentle. Exhale, we're folding down. Hands either side of the feet, folding down. Inhale, half forward fold, hands to shins. Exhale, hands down. We're stepping back with the left foot this time, dropping the knee, untucking the toes. Inhale, we're coming up, pulling the shoulders back, shoulder blades together, opening the hands to the front, looking to the ceiling. Really nice. Exhale, hands down, tucking the toes, lifting the left knee, stepping back into plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale, knees, chest and chin down. Inhale, sliding forward into cobra. Maybe lifting our hands up if that is comfortable for your back. Being gentle. Exhale, hands down, tucking the toes, pushing into downward dog. Again, stepping in if you need to. Inhale, exhale. And inhale, we're already stepping forward into with the left foot and coming into a high lunge, making our James Bond temple mudra. The index fingers pulling to the ceiling, chin to chest. Staying here for one. Inhale, exhale, hands down, stepping forward with the right foot. Inhale, half forward fold, really nice. Exhale, hands down, full forward fold, trying to bring our forehead to our shins. Inhale, engaging the core, we're coming up. Exhale, hands into heart center. Lovely, really well done. Going to do that one more time. We're working on our back today, as you might have noticed. All right, inhale, we're doing our thumbs crossed again, teeny tiny back bend, really gentle. Exhale, we're folding down. Inhale, half forward fold, hands to shins. Exhale, hands down, stepping back with the right foot, lowering the knee, untucking the toes. Inhale, coming up into a high lunge, shoulder blades together, opening the chest, palms facing forward. Inhale, exhale, hands down, tucking the right toes, lifting the knees, stepping back into plank. Inhale, exhale, knees down, chest down, chin down. Inhale, sliding forward, cobra. If you want, lift your hands up. Work, just have your back, keep your chest off the ground, working our back. Inhale, exhale, if your hands are lifted down, and pushing into a downward dog. Inhale here, stepping the feet in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, we're stepping forward, the right foot in between the hands. We're lifting our hands off the ground, coming into high lunge, temple mudra, James Bond. Arms by the side of the ears, shoulders pulling down, chin to chest, looking to the ground. Inhale. Exhale, hands down, stepping forward with the left foot next to the right. Inhale, hands to shins, looking down. Exhale, hands down, falling down, fall forward, fall. Maybe stretching those legs a tiny bit more as we're getting warmer. Inhale, engaging the core and calming up. Exhale, hands into hands. Center. Alright, one more time. Inhale, raising our arms, crossing the thumbs, teeny tiny back bend. Exhale, folding down. Hands either side of the feet. Inhale, palms to shins, looking down. Flat back. Exhale, hands down, stepping back with the left foot, lowering the knee, untucking the toes. Inhale, we're coming up, shoulder blades together, palms facing forward, looking to the ceiling. Inhale, exhale, hands down, tucking the left toes, lifting the knees, stepping back into plank. Inhale, pushing the ground away in plank. Inhale, and exhale, knees, chest and chin down, bum in the air. Inhale, sliding forward into cobra. Maybe lifting those hands off the ground if that feels good. Inhale, exhale, hands down, tucking the toes, pushing into our downward dog. Stepping maybe in with the feet. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. With the next inhale, we're stepping the left foot in between our hands. We're lifting the hands off the ground. We're coming into a high lunge. Temple mudra. Arms either side of the ears. Index fingers pulling to the ceiling. But as the index fingers pulling to the ceiling, also pulling the shoulders down. Sort of counteracting. Chin to chest, looking down. Inhale, exhale, hands either side of the front foot. We're stepping the right foot next to the left foot. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, hands into heart center. Lovely. Stay here for a moment, catching our breath. Those were our moon salutations. They're a really nice way of waking up our hips and so on as well. So nice little change from our sun salutations. But saying that, we're moving into one round of sun salutations. So inhale, we're raising our arms, palms together, overhead, no back bend. Exhale, folding down, hands either side of the feet for a full forward fold, Uttanasana. Maybe straightening those legs a tiny bit more. Inhale, half forward fold, hands to shins, or maybe fingertips to mat if you're warm enough. Hands down, stepping back with the right foot, followed by the left foot into plank. Staying plank for one breath, really pushing the ground away, making a horseshoe, a U shape with your arms. So shoulder blades are apart, shoulder blades are away from the ears, nice strong arms. Our legs are pulling back, our heels are pulling back at the same time. Inhale and exhale, we bring our knees down, chest down, chin down. Inhale, sliding into our cobra. We're just staying in our baby cobra, hands to the ground for a moment. Inhale, and with the exhale, we're lowering our chest to the ground, forehead to the ground. Going to bring our arms in front of us, so forward can rest on our hands. Just going to press up here, and we're going to come into our Sphinx. So for Sphinx, our arms are parallel to the long edge of the mat. Fingers are nice and wide, hands are nice and wide. Our elbows are in a 45, upper arm and forearm are in a 45-degree angle. Elbows are under our shoulders. And as we're here, inhale, we're going into that curvature of the spine. It doesn't look like much, this pose, but it is quite an intense back bend. So if it's too much for you today, you can come down a little bit or just come into a baby cobra. Stay here for one more breath. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. We're lowering our chest, Hands under our forehead again. Let's maybe rock our hips from side to side. Waking, releasing that tension in the back. Let's come into one more baby cobra, so hands under our shoulders, pressing into our hands, just lifting off our chest. Inhale here, and exhale, we're tucking our toes, and we're pressing back into our downward dog. We're back to our sun salutation. Stepping the feet in a little bit maybe. Setting up our downward dog, and staying here for 5 breaths. Connecting to our breath again, now that we're staying here, we're stationary for a moment. Breathing in and out through the nose. Using that breath as our anchor. Nice. With the next inhale, we're going to step our right foot between our hands, followed by the left foot. Inhale, half forward fold, hands either to shins or fingertips to mat. Exhale, hands either side of our feet, full forward fold, forehead towards the shins. Inhale, we're engaging our core, we're coming up, flat back. Exhale, hands into heart center. Right, one more. Inhale, we're going to raise our arms. Exhale, we're folding down for our Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, hands down, stepping back with the left foot, followed by the right foot. Into plank, let's stay here again for a moment, pushing that ground away, but also pulling the heels back. One straight, powerful legs, engaging the core, engaging the back. Inhale, exhale, knees down, chest down, chin down. Inhale, sliding into a cobra. We're doing the same little routine that we just did. So let's stay in cobra for 1 breath. Inhale. Exhale, let's lower our chest, our forehead to the ground. Bring our arms out in front of us. Forehead on the palms. Breathing here for a moment, and let's come onto our forearms. Again, the arms are parallel to the side, the long side of the mat. The palms are pressing into the ground, fingers are nice and wide. Upper arm and forearm are 45-degree angle, elbows under shoulders. Inhale, let's release, let's bring us, come into this curvature of the spine. If this is too much, just come into your baby cobra or take a break. Staying here. One more breath, inhale. And exhale, we're coming down. Again, arms in front of us, hands as a pillow for our head. Just rock, shake our hips, rock them from side to side, releasing that strain. Lovely. Very nice. Hands under our shoulders for a cobra. Inhale, coming into cobra. Exhale, we're pushing into our heels, tucking the feet, coming into our downward dog. Back to sun salutation, staying in down dog for 5 breaths. Connecting with your breath. Shoulders away from the ears and down dog. With the next inhale, stepping the left foot in between hands, followed by the right foot. Inhale, half forward fold, hands to shins, the fingertips to mat. Exhale, fold, forward fold. Inhale, engaging the core, we're coming up with a flat back. Exhale, hands into heart center. Brilliant, well done. We are going to get into our warrior 2 from the front of the mat. So we're going to step back with the left foot, quite long step back. And you want to have your heels in line so that your feet almost make like an L shape. Don't want to have too much of a gap between your feet, and you want their back foot to be slightly at an angle. Maybe like, I don't know, 45 degrees. I'm not very good at that. None of us have got a ruler with us anyways. So standing here, raising our arms on the inhale, And exhale, we're bending that front knee. Bending as much as we can, as much as feels good today. And you want to have your knee over your ankle, ideally, but can be back, but definitely not in front, further away. Just want your knee to be central, not to fall in, so maybe pushing it out of anything. You want to be able to see your big toe at least. Arms are at shoulder level, shoulders away from the ears. Our body is nice and flat along with the long edge of the mat. Inhale, exhale. Let's stay here for a couple of breaths. Our drishti, our focus point, is the middle finger of the front hand. With the next inhale, we're going to flip our front palm, the right palm over, palms facing the ceiling now. Someone's pulling us by that front hand. We're going forward, and exhale, we're folding back. Left hand on the thigh or sliding down. And we're coming into a reverse warrior. As you're coming into the reverse warrior, make sure that your front knee, maybe add a little bit of bend, because as you fold back, often the bend gets a bit out of that leg. Inhale here. Exhale. With the next inhale, maybe sliding up your thigh a little bit, and exhale, sliding down again. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, it's sliding up a bit. Exhale, let's slide down. Staying wherever we are. You could look to the palm of the right palm, the hand that's in the air, or you could just look straight ahead, whatever's comfortable for your neck. With the next inhale, we're going to slide up and we're going to come out of this pose. Lovely. All right, we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to do it from the other side so I can see you. All right, so standing in front of the mat, we're stepping back with the right foot this time. Nice long step back, and again that right foot, the back foot, is at a bit of an angle. But we want to push into the little toe side of the foot, the outside edge of the foot. All right, we're really raising our arms. Jesus, can't speak this morning. And as we exhale, we're bending our front knee. And again, making sure that the knee isn't falling in. We want to be able to see our big toe. Our body is in line with the long edge of the mat. Shoulders down, arms are raised. We're looking towards the front middle finger, left middle finger. Really nice, strong warriors there. Imagine that your legs are the horse and your torso is the warrior sitting on the horse, and you've got an arch, you're an archer pulling back. Really proud warrior riding through whatever battle we're facing in our lives. 3 more breaths here. Alright, with the next inhale, we're going to flip our left palm over, palm facing the ceiling. Someone's pulling us by that front, the left hand, and exhale, we're folding over. Bending that front knee, the left knee, a little bit more again, as it's likely that the bend would have come out. Your right hand can be either on your thigh, depending on how low you are, or somewhere on your calf. And with the next inhale, we're going to slide up a little bit with that right hand. And exhale, sliding down again. Really nice. One more time. Inhale, sliding up. Exhale, sliding down. And maybe we're a tiny bit deeper now in our reverse warrior. Parivrtta Virabhadrasana. Looking towards the palm of the left palm, the palm in the air, or just sort of in front of us, if that's more comfortable for the neck. Alright, with the next inhale, we slide up, and we're going to step back, coming out of this pose. Lovely. That was really nice. And I'm going to come to our balance for today. I'm going to do a classic tree pose. So let's start, just standing, and actually let's lift our toes up again, placing them down one at a time, spreading them out, giving ourselves like a nice a nice grounding before you go into our tree. We're going to bring our hands onto our hips. I'm going to lift our right leg first, sorry. Right leg, and you can either have the toes on the ground and the heel of the right foot against the calf of the left leg, or you could bring your right foot against the calf, or maybe with the help of your right arm, bring it against the inner thigh. But whatever you do, do not press against your knee. Your knee is a very fragile little joint. Wherever you are, let's maybe bring our hands into heart center. Find a focus point, something that is not moving. I don't know whether it's a t-shirt that's lying on your floor, I don't know, an apple in front of you, anything. If you want, you could raise your arms overhead, challenge your balance a little bit more. Connecting to your breath, in and out through the nose. If you wobble, that's fine, that's part of life. And we're coming out of the pose. Lovely. Let's maybe shake out that left foot. And I'm just going to, because I've got a little bit of a gentle, sort of a little fragile right foot. I'm going to get my chair. So again, with the right, let's actually lift our toes again. We want the same grounding on both sides. Lift our toes, spread them out, lower them one at a time, maybe lifting our heels. Now, we're going to lift our left leg. And here again, you can either have your toes on the ground, heel against the calf, the whole foot against the calf, the sole of the foot, or with the help of your left hand, bring that left foot against your inner thigh of the right. Exactly, or wobbling a little bit. Hands into heart center. And finding that focus point. As I said, wobbling is part of balancing. Otherwise we'd just be standing with both our feet on the ground, challenging ourselves. And if you want, raising your arms, challenging yourself more. I like that big circle, Jack. Very nice. And staying here. One more breath. And we're coming out of the pose. Maybe shaking out that right foot now. That feels good. All right. Didn't actually need the chair. All right, we're going to come to the floor for our seated stretches. So we're going to go through Vinyasa though. So standing at the front of our mat, toes touching. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, we're folding down, full forward fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Stepping backwards, whichever foot you want. Into plank. Exhale, knees down, chest down, chin down. Inhale, coming into our baby cobra. Maybe let's lift our hands up one more time if you want. No need to do this. Hands down. Exhale, we're pushing into our down dog. One breath here. Inhale, and with the next exhale, we're bringing our knees to the ground and we're sitting on our heels. I want us to try, so let's just sit here for a moment. Sitting and kneeling. I've forgotten the Sanskrit name for this pose, but this is called hero pose. I kind of like it. It's such a simple pose, but it's such a broad, grand name for it. So we're sitting in hero pose now. I'm going to try reclining hero. So for that, we're going to bring our hands behind us and try to have your fingers point towards your feet. And if you want to first watch a little bit, there's no need, if you could, if you want, bring your feet a little bit wider and sort of semi-sit between your feet and come down. There is the full vertical, well, you can go as broad as actually lying back, but let's not do that today. So let's just bring our fingers to point to our feet, and we're just going to bend our elbows as much or as little as we feel comfortable today. Just sort of leaning back, feeling our shoulders work here. We're also stretching our quads, our legs, but also it's a tiny back bend. So let's just stay here for another breath or two. Challenging our body, something new. We haven't done this one before, so maybe I'll include it next week, so we keep working on it. One more breath, inhale. And with the exhale, we're pushing into our hands, lifting ourselves up again and coming into kneeling. And now we're going to come into a child's pose, relieving our back, relieving our shoulders. If you want, you can have your arms stretched out, or you could have your arms either side of your legs, maybe touching your feet, but being a bit of a cocoon, a little turtle here. Breathing here for a few. Alright, next inhale, let's bring our hands under our shoulders and pressing up to kneeling again. Sliding to one side of our legs and stretching our legs out. What are we doing now? Alright, Paschimottanasana. So, if you have a belt, you can use it, but actually, just going to do our standard seated forward fold, and we can do that without a belt to take intensity out. So our legs are right in front of us, our toes are pointing to the ceiling, so feet are doing yoga as well. And we're going to sit nice and tall, shoulders stacked onto our hips. Maybe let's bring our hands by the side of our hips for a moment and just sit here with our legs nice and engaged. Maybe even lifting our heels off the mat, chin to chest. This is Dandasana, staff pose, stick pose. Inhale. Exhale. If you've lifted your heels off the ground by really flexing those toes, bring those heels back on the ground. Inhale, pressing into our hands. And exhale, let's fold down from the hip. And just hold wherever we can hold. If that's our calves, that's fine. If you're finding it really difficult, bending our knees is a perfect way of taking intensity out of this pose. Just holding wherever we can hold. Looking towards our big toes. We want to keep our chest nice and open. So no punching, just keeping the chest open. Looking at our big toes. Inhale. Exhale. Breathing in and out through the nose, but if at any point you want to sigh, feel like you need to go, that's fine. Do whatever feels good for you right now. Alright, inhale, let's look up. Exhale, let's slide our hands back to us. I'm going to bring our right foot, sole of the foot against the inside of the left thigh. Janu Sirsasana, head to knee pose. Somehow one of my favorites, it seems, in almost every class. Want to do that little micro twist where our chest is not facing in between our legs, but facing the straight leg. Left toes are tucked, toes are pointing to the ceiling again. Inhale and exhale, we're folding, we're hinging from the hip, and we're holding wherever we can hold. Again, if you had a belt, you could use your belt here, or just hold your calf, your ankle, your foot, whatever is available for you today. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now with the next inhale, we're going to look up and we're going to calm up gently. We're going to bring our right knee up now. And our right knee is, the right foot is right at the, against our left inner thigh. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a little twist here. Twists are really good for our back too. So we're going to hug that right knee with our left arm. Right hand is behind us. And inhale, we're straightening up. Exhale, we're twisting. And you can either continue to hug your left knee, or you could see if you could bring your left elbow to the outside of that right knee. The hand could be facing up, you could be in Gyan Mudra, ring finger and thumb gently touching. Whatever feels good today. Your left toes are continuing to be engaged and the foot flexed. With every inhale we lengthen, we're sitting up tall. Every exhale we see if we can twist a little bit more. Alright, inhale, we're looking forward. Exhale, we're relieving our twist. Let's bring your left foot in. And let's just hug our knees, maybe lifting the feet off the ground, balancing on our sit bones. Just in that little cosmic egg, little sort of seated fetus pose. And coming out of this pose, we're now going to straighten our right foot out. Do the same thing on the other side. So Janu Sirsasana on the left foot is against the inner thigh of the right. Again, that micro twist so that our chest is pointing over the right leg. Inhale, we're sitting up straight, and exhale, we're hinging from our hip, holding where we can hold, whether that's the calf, the ankle, the foot, or if you want, using your belt. And keeping the chest nice and open. Inhale, exhale, we're folding. We're not curving the back too much. Looking towards the right big toe. Inhale, looking up, exhale, we're sliding back up, sitting tall. Now we're going to bring our left knee to the ceiling and bring it up. Left foot against the inner thigh of the right. We're going to hug our left knee with our right arm. The left hand is just behind our glutes and next sort of tentative fingers. Inhale and exhale, we're twisting, we're looking over our left shoulder. If you want now, you could bring the right elbow to the outside of the left knee, or you could just continue hugging it. It's great as well. Inhale, we're sitting up tall when we stretch. With the inhale, we're sitting up tall. Exhale, we're twisting over. Inhale, we're breathing. We're focusing on our breath in and out through the nose. We're feeling our belly press against the thigh as we inhale, and the belly moving away, belly button towards the spine as we exhale. And on the next inhale, we're going to look forward, we're going to release that twist. We're going to bring our right foot in and we're going to hug our legs. Again, if you want, you could lift those feet off the ground and coming onto our little egg. And inhale, we're looking up and bring our feet back to the ground. And we're going to come onto our backs. Maybe have a block ready if you want. We're going to bring those to do our bridge. We're going to do 3 bridges, and maybe if you want the last one to be a supported bridge. Alright. So, lie on our backs. Oh God, so much reclining. Lie on our backs. Close your eyes if you want. Hands, our arms side by side of the body, palms are into the ground. Try to bring our feet as close as we can to our glutes. The feet are hip width apart, knees are pointing to the ceiling. Alright, let's just stay here for one breath. Inhale and exhale. With the next inhale, we're going to tuck our pelvis and then gently lift our pelvis off the ground, our middle back off the ground, our upper back off the ground. And just staying here, hip to the ceiling, chest to chin. We're going to stay here, just with our hands, the palms against the ground. Breathing here for 2 or 3. Working our glutes, feeling our back bend. Exhale, we're going to lower first our upper back, then our middle back, then our lower back. Lovely. We're going to bring our knees to our chest. If we can, hug our knees, otherwise we can just hold our shins and just rock from side to side, relieving our back, massaging our back. And we're going to bring our feet to the ground. Again, walking feet hip width apart, knees pointing to the ceiling, trying to walk our feet as close to our glutes as we can. Arms by the sides of the body, palms into the ground. Inhale, exhale here. And inhale, we're tucking our pelvis. We're lifting our lower back, middle back, upper back. Hip to ceiling, chest to chin. And if you want now, you could see if you can interlace your hands under your back. So have your hands interlace, the heels of the hands touching if possible, and maybe see if we can roll onto our shoulders a little bit. Let's stay here for 3 breaths. Or just stay how you were before. Alright, if you're holding your hands, let go of the interlace, palms into the ground again. Exhale, we're lowering upper back, lower back, and middle back. Bring our heels, our knees into our chest again, just rocking here, relieving our back. And bring the feet onto the ground again, feet hip width apart, knees pointing to the ceiling. And here is where you can get a block. And we're going to, if you've got a block or a book or a cushion or a rolled up blanket, all of those things will work. Inhale, we're lifting our hips up gently. We're sliding that block under the bony part between our spine and our glutes. I'm just going to lie here. Last bridge. It's a really relaxed one, preparing us for this last part. We're almost in time for final relaxation. Lying here, enjoying this pose, maybe even turning your hands around so that the palms are now facing the ceiling. I'm going to lie here for a few more breaths. Next inhale, we're going to gently lift our glutes, our back off the block, moving our block to the side, lowering ourselves to the mat. Just one more time, bring our knees into our chest and rock from side to side. And when you're on the right side, let's drop our knees to the floor. Arms are in a capital T position, so arms out straight, in line with the shoulders. Maybe have a look either side. Turning the hands around so the palms are facing the ceiling. And we're looking towards our left side, the opposite side to the legs. And let's close our eyes and stay in this belly twist. The next inhale, we're going to bring our legs into center again. We're going to drop them to the left on the exhale. Again, arms are still in a capital T, so have a look at the left arm, look at the right arm. They might change a little bit as we move our legs. And we're going to look towards the right, closing the eyes if we want. Breathing here. Inhale, bring your legs into center. So you hug them one more time. If you want, do a little happy baby pose. So legs wide, knees bent. We can hold either our calves, our ankles, or the outside edge of our feet. We're going to try, wherever we're holding, to maybe pull our knees, our legs closer into our body. Now maybe if you want, you can rock from side to side here, like a happy baby. If you're plonking to one side and you can't get up again, just pull on the opposite leg. Pull. Just massaging our back here if that's comfortable. Otherwise, you can just stay static in the middle. One more breath in happy baby. And we're letting go of our feet. We're stretching our legs out. Coming into Shavasana. For Shavasana, our feet are hip to mat width apart. Feet are falling either out. Our back is nice and gently on the ground. Our arms are by the side of the body. Palms are facing the ceiling, palms are facing up. And arms maybe, 15, 20, 30 centimeters, 3 to 5 inches away from the body. Our chin is slightly tucked, nice flat back. Eyes are closed. We don't have any tension in our face. Try not to have any tension in our body. We're going to continue breathing in and out through the nose, but coming to your natural rhythm of breath. Gentle, small breaths here. And as you lie here, feel where you're in touch with the ground. Feel your calves pressing into the mat, your glutes heavy on the ground, your upper back and shoulders heavy, your upper arms, forearms, the backs of your hands. The back of your head is very heavy on the ground. Also trying to feel all the softness in your body. Maybe your hips are feeling a bit more soft. Back of your legs a bit more stretched, a bit less tense. Your feet and toes have moved a lot, woken up, feeling happy and mobile. Your lower back, your middle back and upper back, worked on it a lot, strengthened them, the cobras, Sphinx, twisted them, relaxed them, working on a nice, healthy back. The chest softly moving with our breath. In, it rises, out, it falls. Your arms have been doing a lot of work, lots of different poses, mobilizing our wrists, stretched out in downward dog. Even did our Reclining Hero where the fingers were facing and pointing towards our feet. Maybe you've got a slight tingling in your forearms, activating the muscles, fresh blood, oxygen flowing through your veins. Forehead soft as well. Don't have anything to worry about, not right now, not in this moment. Your eyes are relaxed and soft. Again, nothing to read, nothing to understand, just present. Jaws relaxed, the tongue is lying in the mouth, not glued to the roof of the mouth. Maybe your teeth are slightly separated. Not trying to hold in our words, hold in anger or frustration. The jaw can be relaxed and happy. Whole body soft, relaxed, just being, just present, just here. Slowly bring awareness back to where we are, back to your body, back to the room. Is there anything you can smell or hear? Let's bring awareness into our body as well. Maybe rotating, moving our ankles, our wrists, moving our fingers and our toes. Bring our feet together, bring our arms overhead. For full body stretch, point your toes, pull yourself back with your arms. And let go. Bring your knees into your chest, hug your knees. Let's rock from side to side again. Massaging our back one more time. And when you're on the right, let's drop our knees to the right. Bring our head on our right upper arm as a little pillow. 1 or 2 breaths here. Bringing our left hand in front of our face and gently pushing into that left hand. Gently, gently coming up to a seated position. Now we're going to sit in a comfortable position again. You could be cross-legged, you could be kneeling in your hero pose. Let's just bring our palms either on our knees or in our lap, palms facing up. So one big breath here. And let's inhale, make a nice big circle with our arms. Bring our arms over, hands overhead. And exhale, let's pull our hands down. We're going to bring our thumbs to the space between our eyebrows, the third eye, for clearing kind thoughts. Thumbs to our throat for clear and kind words. Thumbs to our heart for clear and kind feelings to others and ourselves. If you want, let's bow with the gratitude practice of yoga and gratitude to ourselves for moving today. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for joining today.